So yesterday we celebrated the feast of Saints Peter and Paul Apostles. That guy. And he happens also to be our patron at the Society of Saint Paul. And the thing I find interesting is that Peter and Paul in their own right are absolutely giants in the church. They are pillars of the faith for a reason. But while every other saint basically gets their own feast day, these two have to share one. Which is weird because they're pillars and all that, di ba? Not to mention that these two, they were nothing alike. And we know for a fact that when those two met, they disagreed. They didn't agree about the faith. So why put these two together? I think there's a lesson there somewhere about how we are as church. We are all called to be saints. That is our universal calling. That is God's most important project in our lives to help us come home to heaven. But also, we are not just called to be saints, but we are called to be saints together. Our walk of faith was never designed to be a solo journey, but always in communion with God and His body, the church. I think putting St. Paul and St. Peter together tells us too that we don't necessarily have to like each other to be a good church. We just have to see Christ in each other. We just have to see that every person is beloved by God, is worthy of respect, and they have dignity. And more importantly, that because Christ is in them, that means that we can always work together. That God can use every one of us for His purposes and plans. Some people think that being a good church means perfect harmony, that everyone always gets along, is BFFs with each other, that there should be disagreements in a good church, that when we see church people, church leaders arguing, having conflict with each other, we immediately think that that's unbecoming of a good church. And sure, of course, we want everyone to get along. We don't want to have fight. But that's what church is. A family, a community of very different people with very different temperaments, very different attitudes and personalities, where not everyone will always agree or like each other, where some people you will like more than others. But nevertheless, every single person sees Christ in each other and therefore can respect each other, work together, and allow each other the space to be used by the Lord for His plans and purposes. So as the Lord built His church on these two pillars, Peter and Paul, may we also allow the Lord to continue building His church today through every single one of us, imperfect and different as you may be. God bless you. Cheers.